Welcome, my name is Sarah. I'll be your instructor today, and I wanted to welcome you to this practice of dynamic motion using yogic practices in a little bit faster pace with more repetition. We're going to be working on our strength and our balance, getting a good workout through this entire flow. So come on with me, let's get started. We're going to start in our seated position. And we want to make sure that our sit bones are grounded onto the mat. Spine is nice and long and tall. We want to make sure that our shoulders are down and back just slightly. We just want to engage those, we want to engage our shoulder blades just slightly, keeping our neck long, chin parallel to the floor, hands resting on the knees. We're going to start out with some deep breaths, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and set our intention for this practice. Closing the eyes here, taking a nice deep inhale, exhaling here. This part of the practice brings our attention inward into our body. It also gives us a moment to refocus and to leave anything that we brought into class at the door, and that way we're not thinking about our to-do list or what's happening after class. We can just focus in on the class and the practice today. All right, we're going to go ahead and start with rolling our shoulders, rolling backwards, and bringing those shoulders forward. Nice circular motion here. Keep breathing. All right, coming to a stop. We're going to go ahead and bring our arms up overhead, flipping the hands over and just stretching up through the spine here. And we're going to stretch to the left side, keeping our sit bones grounded to our mat. Inhale and then exhale to our right side. Bring up in the middle. Releasing the hands down to the mat. All right, from here, we're going to take a circle. We're going to shift to the left, forward, keeping our chest nice and open, to the right side, slightly back, and all the way around. So we're drawing a circle, warming up our spine. Now our legs may adjust just slightly for balance, but we want to make sure that our sit bones are staying on the ground and they're not raising up. So if you need to use your hands for some balance, we can do that. And here we go. We're going to go to our right side this time. Circling, warming up through the spine. Keep breathing here. All right, we're going to go ahead and come to our child's pose. Bringing both of our knees wide to the mat, toes are together, sitting back on our heels. We're going to extend our torso forward, and we're going to try and keep our tailbone rooted down. Stretching the arms forward, resting the forehead on the mat, and breathing here. Relaxing through the ankles, relaxing underneath the armpits. We're going to feel this nice stretch. Relaxing through the spine. Raising up from this position. We're going to come to a kneeling position. And this is a dynamic motion. We're going to inhale, bring our arms up overhead. And we're going to exhale, bringing our forehead down to the mat. Okay, inhale up and coming down. Inhale up. Two more. Exhale, coming down. Last one. Again, lifting up through the spine, making sure our hips are stacked over the knees. And coming back up to our kneeling position. From here, we are going to place our left hand on the mat, bringing the right hand up. We're going to extend up to the ceiling, threading our arm through, placing the shoulder on the mat, and twisting through the spine. So when we're coming back around, we're going to twist through our rib cage as we bring that arm through. We want to make sure our hips are still stacked over knees and make sure our arm is extended forward. Breathing here for a second. Pressing into the mat, lifting up the torso. We're going to switch sides. Lifting up and extending that arm. Relaxing here, feeling that gentle twist. Pressing that right hand into the mat, coming back up to our kneeling position. All right, from here, we are going to go into our first downward facing dog. And from tabletop position, so shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, we're going to tuck those toes under, lifting the hips, lifting, lifting, lifting. Using our hands, we're pressing into the mat, lengthening through the spine. Go ahead and bend those knees just a little bit. And again, we're lengthening the spine more than we are pressing the heels down. And we're going to shift our weight forward, 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 go into our plank, holding here, pressing up through the shoulders, again, shoulders stacked over wrists, pressing back into our downward facing dog with an inhale. Coming back to our plank position. Neck is nice and long and relaxed. We're engaging the core here. And pressing back to our downward dog. Inhaling back to plank. And pressing back. Coming back to our plank. Staying strong in that core, strong in those legs. And pressing back to our downward facing dog. Again, if you want to pedal those feet just a little bit, Giving those calves a stretch. And feel free to adjust the hands if you feel like your hands are too far apart. Go ahead and bring them back towards your feet just slightly. Now we're going to lift our right knee up. And we're going to inhale here. We're going to exhale, bringing that knee towards into your abs, down to your elbow. Inhale, pressing up, extending that leg, working on that balance. Exhale, bring it into your knee. Extending up. And last one. Setting the foot down. Very nice. Coming back to our tabletop position here. Tuck our toes under, lifting through the hips. Walking the hands back into our forward fold. And we're going to roll up. We want hips, knees, ankles, shoulders, all in alignment with each other. So inhale, arms up. And we're going to hinge at the waist, extending our spine, keeping our chest open all the way down. And you want to have flat back here, and then slowly extend down. And if you want, we can also bring a block so that our hands are resting on our block. Coming from our lowest position, we're going to inhale up to our flat back. So you're going to use your core, raise up, chest open, raising up to our flat back, and then we're going to exhale, slowly extend down. Inhale up, exhale down. And here we can bend the knees if we need to take some pressure off the hamstrings. Inhaling up and exhale down. 2 more. And we're going to hang here, grabbing our elbows, allowing our low back to be stretched. Coming back to our kneeling position. Shoulders over wrists. Shoulders over wrists. Hips over knees. Nice hip length, hip width apart with your knees. And we're going to place our weight on our left foot and our right hand. So we want to make sure our hand is nice and grounded. And we're going to extend. Inhale out. Extending. Balancing here. And we're going to exhale, coming in. Inhale out. Engaging the core as we bring that knee in, keeping it nice and high. Last one, hold here. Flexing that back foot. And relax. Very nice. Now we're going to go to our next one, where we're going to bring the right foot forward to the front of our mat. Coming forward, and we're going to press in with that knee. Hands on the floor here. We're going to inhale. And then when we exhale, and you can use a block for this, we're going to extend our leg. And you can stay here if you want. Stay with your hands on your hips. We can stay with our hands on our hips. Or if you want a little more stretch on that hamstring, bring the hands down to the ground or down to your block. And then inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. All right, inhale here and exhale and hold for just a minute. Bring your foot back. Now we're going to lean forward, placing the left hand on the floor. We're going to twist towards that knee, extending the right hand up to the sky. Nice gentle twist here. And release. Bring back to our kneeling position. We're going to reset to the center of our mat here. And we're going to place the weight on the right foot. And we're going to extend that left leg out to the side. Toes pointed forward. Your hips are going to be over this knee. You want this knee to be straight. Shoulders over our hips. Bringing our arms out in a T position. Staying here. So from here, we're going to over to the side. Extend, extend. Coming back up. And we're going to extend to our left side. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up, reaching, stretching that side body. And the last one coming up and over to that left side. From here, go down to our hands. Again, keeping this hip over this knee. And we're going to press back like we do into child's pose. Sitting down on this knee and stretching through this hamstring. Bring your hands forward, however you're comfortable, and resting in this pose. Breathing here. We're going to come up. Again, almost like our tabletop in this position with one leg out. And then pressing back. Inhaling up. And exhaling, pressing back. Last one. Pause here for a moment. And release. All right, from here we're going to go back to our downward facing dog. Hands pressed into the mat, tucking the toes under, lifting through the hips, pressing back with your hands. We're shifting our weight to the right side, shifting our, extending our left leg. We're gonna tuck, bringing the knee into the elbow. Inhale here, exhale, bring the knee to the elbow. And last one, inhale. And release. Coming down to our kneeling position. We're going to go ahead and walk our hands back to our knees, up to our forward fold, rolling up to standing. Inhale up. Hinging at the waist here, reaching forward all the way to the floor or your block. We want our spine extended, not rounded. So if you can't get all the way to the floor, keep your back extended and hold on to something like a block. All right. We're going to inhale up to our flat back, and exhale forward. Inhale up, and exhale forward. Inhale up, exhale forward. One more time, and forward. Coming down to our tabletop position here. We're going to shift our weight, bringing our right arm, left leg. We're going to inhale here, bringing the elbow and knee together, lifting, rounding through the spine. Inhale, rounding, exhale. Inhaling up. Two more. And release. From here, we're going to go into our low lunge, bringing that left foot to the front of the mat. We're going to shift our weight forward, keeping the knee in alignment with the ankle. Looking up, chest forward, feeling the stretch in our hip. We're going to inhale here. When we exhale, we're going to extend that leg. Again, if we want to put our hands on a block, or two blocks is usually good too. One on either side. Extending forward, inhale here. Coming back to our block. Feeling that nice stretch on the front of the right hip. Coming forward, feeling the stretch on our hamstring here. And again, if you want to come down, A little bit more stretch. You want to make sure your knee's not going far over your toe. And we're going to hold here for just a minute. Feeling that relaxation. Breathing into this hamstring. Trying to keep our back flat here. Relax. Coming back to our low lunge. Right hand on the floor. Left hand extends up in our twist. Relaxing here, enjoying that twist. Make sure our knee's not hinging out. We're gonna keep it right over our ankle. And release. Coming down. We're going to come to our kneeling position at the front of the mat. Left hip over the knee. Bring the right leg out, toes pointed forward. And we're going to bring our arms out in a T. We're going to inhale here. Exhale as we come down on that left hand. Right hand extends, stretching the side body on this right side. We're going to inhale back up, stretching to the right side, stretching to the right side. Inhale up. Keeping that balance on that left knee. Inhale here. Reaching over. Last one. Extending. Stay here for just a second. You want to make sure that you're tall in the hips here. Stretching through that right hip. The top of the right thigh. Inhaling back up. Exhaling over to the right. And from here, we want to come to like almost a tabletop. This is almost a tabletop position. And then we're gonna press back sitting on that left ankle. So again, we're sitting here. This is staying straight. If your knee cannot do this, you can also put a blanket underneath. You can sit on a block if you want to get yourself up a little bit higher. You can use all the props. All right, we're going to inhale up to our tabletop and exhale back down. Inhaling back up and exhale back down. Last one, we're going to stay here for just a moment. Relaxing into this pose. Feeling that stretch on the inner thigh. Breathing into our legs. And release. All right, we're going to go back to our reclined position. Laying down on the mat, on our back. sometimes hair can have issues. All right, so we're gonna ground into our mat. We're gonna extend the left leg out, bringing the right leg into our chest. Feeling our stretch here. We're going to bring that knee across our body, bring the foot across to hit the floor, touch the floor on the left side of your left thigh. So make sure the under leg isn't twisting. We're gonna feel stretching on this outer thigh right here. And release, extending that right leg out, bringing the left leg in. Stretching through the hips here. Bringing the foot on the other side of your thigh. Again, keeping that bottom leg straight. Relaxing here. Make sure your shoulders are still grounded into the mat. And release. We're going to go ahead and start with bringing both of our knees into our chest and releasing back to the floor. We're going to inhale here. Exhale as we extend. And last time, we're going to bring them in. Hug our knees, rock side to side. And bring the soles of the feet together. And let our knees fall apart wherever they're going to go. You can also put blocks underneath your knees to give you some support here. You can extend your legs out, whatever is comfortable. Close your eyes for just a minute. Concentrate on breathing. Bring the knees up and together. We're going to roll over to the right side. Pressing our left hand into the mat. Coming up to our seated position. Cross legs. Grounded into our mat. Coming back to our focus and our awareness. And closing our eyes just for a minute. This is a time to take inventory of how you're feeling. To observe your body. To observe your breath. to connect with that post-yoga feeling, whatever that is to you. Bringing gratitude. We're going to open our eyes, bring our hands together in prayer pose. One last deep breath, inhale and exhale. Raising your head humbly. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste. And I hope to see you in the next class.